So I'm here today with my good friend Mike, and we're going to talk a little bit about playing music together over the years.
Yeah.
Periodically we got together, and it came to a point where we actually had a trio going for a while, but we'll get to that later. So we started playing in the early 80s, I guess.
Yes,
We've tried to do this once already, and we got a little background already done. And I played guitar very irregularly, maybe picked up the guitar once every year or two.
Right.
And you...
I was a novice as well, just learning and trying to put a few things together.
We're on our own, basically. I
Yeah.
mean, I never jammed with anybody before.
No.
So we got together, and we tried to play the song by Blue Rodeo called Try.
Yes, we tried that one.
And
yeah.
what happened, Mike? You remember?
Well, it kind of fell apart. Neither one of us, I think, were vocalists to speak of,
No.
and certainly didn't know more than three or four chords.
We found out real quick that we couldn't sing, and we couldn't play more than 3 chords. And if you listen to the song "Try" by Blue Rodeo, I mean, the guy can sing.
Yes.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. But we had lyrics in front of us and all that.
Yeah.
And blah blah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun though.
It was fun. Yeah, it was a good
And
laugh.
We would try different songs.
Yeah.
I think around that time we did like "You Ain't Going Nowhere" and
Definitely.
stuff, which it became
That's the
a
song I did the
stable.
most in my
It's
life.
become a stable, and both of us actually
Yeah.
over the years.
And I did a lesson on that in the video a couple
Cool,
of videos ago.
cool,
It's
right,
so
right.
it's just a simple song
Yeah,
to play.
yeah.
So we accomplished one thing.
Yes, we did.
We did a couple of
Yeah,
songs.
yeah.
So then you had moved a little farther away from where I was, not much.
No.
But you had some jams in your living room or your kitchen, was it?
Well, we had a couple in the kitchen, but we had a big barn, and we had. I of course met other people and
Yeah.
some players, and so I was learning a little
Yeah,
bit as
yeah.
you were as
I remember
well.
coming over and
then you come over.
picked up a bass there from a friend and
Yeah.
a bass and a little amp, and
Yeah.
I came over and was just doodling
Yeah,
away on
yeah,
the bass because
yeah.
nobody played bass at that
Yeah,
time.
that's right. Well, nobody wanted to. Everybody thought they'd want to be a guitar
Guitar
player.
player, yeah, no. Here we are.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I was trying to write a couple of songs at that time.
Yeah.
And I remember going to your house, and I had a guitar at that time, not the
Yeah.
bass, but. And I remember, just do your song, and I remember, being just shaking and
Yeah.
nervous, and I did play it, but it was like, I was nervous and whatever. So
But we had fun, and
it was fun was the main.
Yeah, and got to know a lot of people that were players.
yeah.
There was like a common denominator there that allowed us to meet other people.
Well,
and,
in Nova Scotia, there's not a lot to do here. So
well, we're in
small
a
town.
pretty, rural and
Music is a big part of the
lifestyle.
whole,
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
Especially,
yeah.
I moved from Ontario, and you had moved from Ontario.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of other people in the area that had moved
Yeah.
from various places,
Yeah.
the states and stuff.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
somehow settled in where we are
Yeah.
in our community.
Everybody was hiding.
Where some people were hiding, obviously. I mean, I wasn't hiding. I don't remember it. So then we moved into, it was the end of the 90s at this time.
Yeah.
And we had started playing some electric stuff. And Mike came in and you started playing some bass.
Right. The band thing. We had a band going. Well, I remember that.
A drummer.
I was pretty nervous about that
Yeah.
because, again, you're kind of exposing yourself, and now we kind of formed a band,
Yeah.
so you guys formed a band, and I come in and playing bass, which was great fun to play
fun.
and everything.
It was at the back of a music store
Yeah.
that we played the after hours, of course.
Yeah.
And we'd, if somebody walked by, we'd all hide, or at least some of us did. It was like, somebody's looking in the window, and we didn't want people to see what we were doing. Anyways, it was, you had this monster bass amp there. Explain that, bass amp.
Well, that bass amp, actually, I got later on. Not at that time. I got it when we
Moved out to
reunited with another drummer and your partner, Sue, and yourself and myself.
Okay.
And
that was out at the other at the store.
Down in the other store, and that's when I got that. The other amp I had probably because, well, we had stuff around.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, there was a music store. So
And,
that
yeah.
was a what, Black Widow, wasn't it? Black Widow?
The second,
second one?
oh yeah, that was
15-inch
I
speaker.
couldn't lift it up. I remember getting you to help me load it. It
Oh,
was
that thing
heavy.
and it was wicked. It just,
Oh, it was a
you could
beautiful,
feel it go through your whole system,
beautiful
right?
amp. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
boom, and it was like,
Yeah.
you'd feel the vibrations from
Yeah,
that.
you
And
didn't.
low.
Fortunately,
Low.
it
Volumes.
compensated for my lack of
Well,
bass knowledge because
All of us-
it was so good.
all of us
It
were
would
in the
carry-
same boat, except the drummer. I think we probably had a good drummer, but
We had a good drummer. We had a couple of good
yeah,
drummers
yeah.
actually.
I got a little clip here from that anyway. I'm gonna throw it in here somewhere.
Yeah,
So somebody filmed a couple of songs we did one time.
yeah. Well, everybody was kind of into it, and at both periods,
Yeah,
you know.
we're all learning.
Yeah,
We're all-
and trying
we're all
to do and different ideas and different takes on stuff.
some
so that,
blues.
yeah, we did. Oh yeah, we
A
played
lot of blues.
Yeah,
but
blues and rock and roll
three
and
chord songs, and
yeah, yeah.
so from that point, we're going to jump ahead to around 2015, I'd say, and we got together. It was a kitchen party at the local festival, music festival,
right.
and everybody just came, and it was in the morning, and we brought our instruments, and we just played whatever.
You had asked me.
I'd asked you, yeah.
You were kind of putting it together down there. I remember, and you had asked me if come on down, like you said, and I had was then playing mandolin.
Right, I was going to put that in there. Somewhere along the line, you started.
I started playing. Well, I always loved mandolin,
Great
but
sound.
I didn't know a lot about it, and again, guitar and singing seemed to go even just to tell stories, but. As it's come to pass, the mandolin works quite as well. You can tell a story
Love
playing
the sound.
that, you know.
Love the sound of the mandolin.
And I remember going down there, and it was a Saturday, and
Saturday morning.
we had company here. I remember at home, and I told them I'm going down to the party, and it was a public thing,
Kitchen party.
a kitchen party outside, and my family. He said, "You are," because I never really had aspirations of playing in public or anything, or
absolutely.
and this was a sort of a big step, and I said, yeah. And they said, "Oh, you're kidding," and I said, "No, I'm going down there." And I remember I was quite nervous about it because there was people milling about, and
people come and going, and just sort of every once in a while people would start clapping, so you got a whole experience of. Being live.
Oh, it was so much fun. I was bitten then. I really enjoyed it, and having the different sounds and everything, and then we kind of reunited from that.
Yeah, we started jamming, and you had said at that time that, no, I don't want to play out. And in the back of my head I was thinking, well, you never know, and I never said anything. But, so we had a young guy, well, younger guy.
Yeah, younger than us.
Everybody's
younger
20
than
years,
us.
25 years younger. But he was playing uke bass at the time.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he was at the jam, so he came out and started jamming with us.
Yeah.
We did a trio, and we were doing some real old traditional songs. Some Irish type of things. But you had some songs there that you.
Well, we were doing some
on the mandolin.
We were playing some original stuff that you had done, and tunes that I had done. We did, and we did some traditional stuff. Old country.
It's real lyrics that were kind of depressing, like.
Well, some of them were, a little bit sad. I remember our bass player saying if his daughter heard these, she'd be
start crying, literally crying. So
but it worked out all right, though, and we kind of moved it up tempo.
Yeah, we got a little more
and stayed in a kind of like familiar material without doing cover stuff as such, you know.
Like newer... like classic
familiar
rock.
stuff.
It wasn't classic rock, but it was in more the folk.
That's
or
right.
the country vein too.
That's right.
And the traditional, those
That's
old,
right.
like an Irish song, and like Dirty Old.
Dirty Old Town was one of them, and we did a few of those.
So eventually, I said, well, there's a market here every Saturday, and I would organize the music for that. So I said to Mike, I said, we could go down and play at the market.
Oh
right?
dear!
And I thought, well, we'll see how what he thinks about that. And
Well, this was our first paying gig.
it was
It was a big,
not
big,
a lot.
a big paycheck that one there. But I remember thinking, oh boy, now we're into a whole different ball of wax, and I was so nervous.
I know you were.
I was nervous. We were setting up in an area where people would be coming in to
Steady
see us,
walking by, steady walking by.
and all that. And,
They opened the door, and there you were playing.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like,
But yeah, we got down there and we got set up and everything, and I remember I was just focusing on trying, and I had troubles too with the electronics for the mandolin for sound,
Oh, yeah.
if you recall.
well, it was new to you to have to be plugged in.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but we started playing, and well, people clapped and
Oh, yeah.
they enjoyed it and laughed and came along with us. But we had also been playing and practicing for like a year.
Yeah, a couple times a day, or
Yeah.
a couple times a day, a couple times a week.
Yeah, so we had kind of honed that stuff
Yeah.
pretty good. So when it actually came down to it, I remember the nervousness just disappeared
Oh, yeah.
as soon as we started playing, because we kind of fell into that.
A couple songs into it. I remember when I started playing, I was nervous pretty well for the first 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, yeah,
But the market, the great thing about the market is it's really laid back.
yeah,
It's the perfect place to play, because
yeah.
I always
to
enjoy
get broken in.
broken in, but to play anytime.
Yeah.
It was the most fun because you have little kids that are
Yeah.
walking by and they start dancing to
Yeah.
the music, because
Yeah.
it just gets,
Yeah.
it's infectious.
Yeah.
And it helps the whole market, the flow of the market.
Yeah, yeah.
So after that, you kind of got the bug to play in.
Oh, now I was excited.
So we had Anthony, who had the uke bass, but he was younger than us, and he wasn't. He had a life going on. Besides, he had raising kids, and our kids are long raised, or whatever what term you want to use. So he wasn't really practicing too much, but we did quite a few gigs with him.
Well, he had made it pretty clear that
Yeah.
he didn't want to be committed.
No.
We had time.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're both retired, so that kind of worked
But
out
the
all
uke
right.
bass was really nice.
Oh, it was so nice. It
Had
was
that
such,
real
we
different
had
tone.
a different sound there that
Yeah.
people kind of kept coming up, and I
Asked
know
him.
what he had. I remember people coming up and asking me, even with the
About a
mandolin. You know,
is it?
and-
What's that? That's a
Yeah,
mandolin, and that's a ukulele bass.
So it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we had people sit in with us.
Oh yeah.
Remember a fellow with the electric guitar thing came down?
Oh
at
yeah.
there?
We did and also we did a market in Annapolis
Oh,
Royal,
that was great.
and we had an accordion player come right up on stage
Yeah,
with us.
yeah.
And that was really cool.
That was something.
And another guy came up with a beat
Beatbox,
box.
yeah.
Started playing behind us, and
Yeah.
we had this little stage there, and it was like, what
Yeah.
the hell? And I looked around. There's this guy
Yeah.
playing right along with the beat, and it was
Yeah.
like it was a great place.
It was
to play.
nice.
So we played we played quite a few gigs and we were called, we have to get that, we were called Too Many Fingers. And I think that came about at a practice one day where it was like we're fumbling around and said, can't have enough fingers or something
I
like
remember
that.
we were playing and it was tripping over myself, and I remember I went, too many fingers, and you looked at me, and I said, oh, there's
There
a
it is,
name.
there it is. And so we became Too Many
Too many pink fingers.
Too Many Fingers. And we did, I know, I kept track of sort of most of the gigs, and I know we played about 100 gigs within 2 years.
Do you know that
We were
I
playing.
think one of the most exciting ones, though, was the night that we had a gig and we went and played in our very first bar.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Yeah.
Up. And so we went to this bar.
About 100 clicks away from
100,
where we are.
yeah, and we were all sitting in the vehicle driving up there, pensive
Yeah.
and nervous, and what's it going to be?
Yeah, yeah.
And Arden, of course, had experience playing out, so we're kind of looking at him as the leader here of how's this going to go. And I asked him, and he goes, I don't know. He was nervous. So we got there, and we went in, and we were busybodies. I remember setting up and everything, and there was people there, and they were drinking, and customers eating and
all
drinking.
around you, the typical little bar scene.
Yeah, and there was also a singer-songwriter there who was
Yes.
well renowned, you know.
Anne Murray has covered his songs.
Yeah,
and he was
and,
well known.
and Roger Whittaker as well.
Yeah,
I believe.
Roger. He
Yes.
covered. Roger Whittaker covered one of his songs.
Yeah. And so we were a little kind of, oh dear, under the microscope, I guess.
And we had some original songs
Yes.
that we played that night.
That's right. And it kicked off. And we finished a few songs, and the applause and the feedback was just
Oh, it
so
was
good.
crazy.
We were gone for the
It was
the
crazy.
night.
We had our uke bass player at that point.
Well, we had him, but a funny thing happened there with our
When he went to the bar, this is a great story.
We were sitting there, so he went up to the bar to
We get a couple of free beers usually
Yeah.
when you play at a bar usually.
Yeah.
So we had one or two. I'm not sure how many, but
So our bass player goes up to the bar, and the waitress says, well, that'll be $5 for the beer. And he goes, well, I'm with the band. And she said,
he's part of the band.
she said, well, I never seen you there with the band. Well, he was playing this uke, and he kind of sat,
Yeah, he's short and
slumped down.
Yeah,
So it was kind of a
it
humorous.
was funny. Yeah,
it
we
was
always
really funny.
kidded him about that afterwards.
Pardon me.
And Mike, he went to the bathroom, and there was a whole table full of people. And this is kind of funny too. We shouldn't have let the cat. Well, no cat. But anyways, he came out of the bathroom, and this girl came up to him.
Oh yeah.
And she was like,
Groupie.
like we were. He was a star, like a star,
was
like
so
a
funny.
rock star
Oh.
there for a few minutes.
It was
And
scary, actually.
It was scary.
I couldn't get back to the.
We
the
both
stage.
been married for like 40. I've been married for
100
48 years, and
Yeah,
Mike, you've been married.
50.
Yeah, so and here we are.
Yeah.
You know, this
yeah.
is 2016,
Oh, it
I
was
believe.
funny,
That
yeah.
was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
So then Anthony left, and then we got a bass player from town here who played with everybody
Yeah.
basically, and he was an excellent bass player, and a singer. So things kind of changed a little bit
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Our music kind of we got a little more rock and rolly, I think.
Yeah. A little more modern, maybe.
Yeah,
like in that sense.
some stuff.
Contemporary. More
Yeah,
contemporary,
yeah.
maybe.
So things
Changed.
yeah, we played. There's a big restaurant here that has music
Yeah.
3 times a week, and we
Yeah.
played there once a month, every
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
And the market, and we played.
And
A
the
lot
big
of-
market that we played at.
And yeah,
Up about a couple hundred
Annapolis.
kilometers from us,
we can mention that. Annapolis.
Annapolis, yeah, and
Beautiful market.
beautiful. And we went there again. I remember us going there the first day, and
Yeah.
we were a little apprehensive. I think original bass player was with us the first
Anthony,
time.
I got footage of Anthony playing.
Yeah.
I'll throw in some of that in here somewhere.
Well, we started playing there nervous, and we had the
Yeah.
new sound system. Remember?
yeah, I got
And oh
and you
my.
had a speaker.
Yeah,
You had bought a
monitor, yeah.
So we were all set
We
up.
were looking like
We were
professionals
yeah,
now.
like, holy God, we had our stage that they rolled out and you played on.
Oh, I know.
It was-
And but the response was just
Oh.
overwhelming.
It's crazy.
People were coming up, and they were so appreciative, and we were kind of blown away. So
We had a tip jar there, or
Oh.
tip bucket. And,
Yeah.
And one time we played there, which is about 125 clicks away
oh,
from
yeah,
here.
yeah,
And that night we played a wedding.
yes,
a barn.
that's right. I forgot
And
about
that was
that.
that.
Yeah.
So we played 3 hours at the I think it was a
After
3-hour
driving
gig.
3 hours.
Yeah, and then we went to a wedding and played another
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours there in a
Yeah.
barn.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
like
that's right. I forgot about
we're,
that.
like we're not spring chickens here.
No, but we were having fun though.
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
it was
fun.
fun.
It was great.
And then it got to the point where I think
Things change.
yeah, with the other singer singer and bass player.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a really good sound, and we did some really good gigs,
Yeah.
music-wise.
Yeah.
I thought, and we were still putting in original songs, and
Yeah.
but I think you got a little disillusioned with
Yeah.
the material,
Yeah.
which naturally
Yeah,
happens
yeah. Well, we were kind of moving away. We were doing,
from the
and I
tradition.
understood it. We
Yeah.
wanted to do more cover stuff, and I guess I was always reluctant to do that because I suppose I felt that no matter how good you may be, or that you think you are, or whatever, you're never going to be able to pull off something that somebody's just been able to
Yeah.
hear on the,
True. But you make it your own.
but you make it your own.
And I think the one thing with us playing together, I'm just going to go around
Yeah.
a little bit of a circle
Yeah.
here, is that playing the mandolin and the guitar, we always meshed without having to really talk about it.
That's right.
It just naturally
Yeah.
came together,
Yeah.
and we had a. That's one thing I always in my head when we played.
Yeah.
Was it just meshed? You know, even if we played a few times without
Just
the bass player,
yeah.
and some of those are my favorite gigs.
Well, as a matter of fact,
So-
I recall one time us playing at another market, and it was
Yeah.
just you and
in
I.
the big tent.
Yes, and I remember one woman. There were a couple, and they came over and they said, "You guys
yeah.
you guys must have been playing for a long time because you have not missed. You know, you were so tight type of
I got some
thing."
footage of that.
Is that right? Yeah. So that was very complimentary, and I remember saying, "Yeah, we've been playing at it for a long time."
Yeah, had it for a long time, but overall, it was a great experience,
Yeah.
and I think we lasted a couple of years.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I went on with the bass player. We
Yeah.
did a duo thing.
Yeah.
He changed the guitar because he play guitar, and it ended after about
Yeah.
8 months. But
Yeah.
it just lost the fun and the spontaneity.
Yeah,
kind of went out of it, and
The shooting star fell.
yeah, but Too Many Fingers I thought was a great name.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and we had a great time.
Oh, we had good fun. I don't regret it. It's something that I never thought
Yeah.
would ever happen,
Yeah.
and it certainly didn't work towards it. And it kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
all of it all
fell
just
into place.
fell into place,
Yeah.
and it felt quite natural. And
Yeah.
again, like you say, you and I knowing each other for so long, many times looking at one another on stage was kind of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
We knew exactly what was
It
happening.
was just everything just.
Yeah, and it
meshed
was
and-
cool. It was
it was a
very
good
cool.
feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was.
So that's a little,
Little
bit of background history, or just a little bit of history on our experiences of playing together.
Yeah.
Like playing music together.
Yeah, great fun. Great fun. Yeah.
Okay. So long.